Hey, good morning. It's Patricia Murphy. It's Friday. This is Seattle Now. This week, the fog rolled in. Omicron numbers headed down, and Seattle vied for New York bagel cred. We're breaking it all down with the Stranger's Jazz Keimig and comedian Monica Nevi. But first, let's get you caught up. The state's controversial long-term care tax is officially on hold. Governor Inslee signed a bill yesterday delaying the start of the Washington Cares program until July of next year. It's meant to help Washingtonians pay continuing health care costs like in-home or nursing-level care. Now it's up to state lawmakers to fix some issues that drew criticism and make sure there's enough money to keep it going. Republican legislators are pushing to repeal it entirely. Meanwhile, Seattle police have made 2 arrests in connection with a run of carjackings and violent robberies in the University District this week. SPD says they arrested a 20-year-old man and a 17-year-old woman on Wednesday after passersby told officers about a group threatening people in a nearby alley. 2 other men are being investigated. In the U District from Monday into early Tuesday, SPD says it responded to reports of 2 assaults, 3 attempted carjackings, and a restaurant robbed at gunpoint. And if you aren't stressed out enough, earthquakes. They're a reality around here, but you can be a little more prepared. The state rolled out its free MyShake app this week. If you put it on your phone, it will give you valuable seconds of advance warning of any strong shaking. You know, that's enough time to take cover or pull your car over. Just look for MyShake in the Apple or Google Play App Store. Happy Friday, everyone. The world still feels pretty heavy right now, but we can be grateful the sun is setting past 5 o'clock. You may not have noticed it because we've been socked in with fog this whole week, but things just keep getting brighter from here. Jazz Keimig is here too. They're a staff writer at The Stranger. Hey, Jazz, great to have you on.
What's up? Happy to be on.
So happy you're here. And Monica Nevi is here as well. She's a Seattle-based comedian. Hey, Monica, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah. You know, the weather, you guys, it just keeps coming at us. This week it was the fog. Thanks to the high pressure system, it jammed up flights at Payne Field earlier this week. Couple of ferry crossings got skipped. I kind of love it, though, Jazz. I'm curious about you. What do you think of the fog?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that comes to mind seeing it is actually our sister city on the West Coast, San Francisco, right? Yeah. That kind of has that weird magical blend of, you know, sunny, bright spots in the city and like really foggy, cold spots in others. So I kind of like that we're mirroring San Francisco a bit.
Yeah, Monica, what about you?
I mean, it gives a beautiful, piratey, creepy kind of vibe, which I love, but also I don't understand the weather enough. You know, the weather is magic to me. I tried to look it up before we were going to talk about it, and I came to the terms with everybody's vape pens exploded at the same time. And that's why it's staying in one place.
That would be fun.
Different kind of cloud. Different kind of cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as like, I know technically speaking, I don't have it right, but it is a cloud close to the ground, right? It's just a bunch of moisture stuck here. Right?
Yeah, and it's keeping in a lot of pollutants too. I think there was a stagnant air advisory through Wednesday, and you know, I have asthma and allergies, so I felt like kind of sneezy for the past couple of days, but hopefully it'll go away soon.
Anyway, very mists of Avalon this week in Seattle. Speaking of stuffy, a bit of positive news about COVID for a change. Seems Omicron has appeared to reach its peak here in King County. Of course, cases are still high, but there has been a big drop since January 10th. How are you guys feeling about this?
That feels great. That's what I was hoping for. You know, I was one of the cases in December when it first started to spike, and at the time it felt like I didn't know how we were going to get around more people getting it. So to hear that it finally maybe did the spike and can come back down, that's just good news.
Monica, did you just say you had COVID? Did you have COVID in the beginning of December? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It was I was in Portland. It's Portland's fault. We're going to blame Portland, as we do in Seattle. Now, I was doing a show down there, and one of the comedians on the show didn't feel well and showed up anyways, so I'm mad at her. But otherwise, my case wasn't too bad, though. So just stayed home and was responsible.
Kept it real.
Yeah.
I think definitely I will take any good news that I can get. Obviously, it's nice to hear that cases are declining, but I think what, Dr. Jeff Duchin's reminding us is that this is still, record high cases that we're seeing, right? And people are still going to get sick on that decline. So I think, going into, the year 3 of the pandemic, in March, which is, unfathomable really to think about. But I think I've been, measuring my hope with a lot of cynicism and a lot of data and facts, so it's not quite time to go out and lick doorknobs right now, even though I've been dying
to quote a former staffer editor at The Stranger, yes. There'll be no licking of doorknobs. Yeah. I think you're right, Jazz. We have to temper that a little bit with King County's Doc Jeff Duchin reminding everyone that we cannot let our guard down yet, and unvaccinated are really bearing the brunt of this, as well as the hospitals, which are still dealing with critical staffing issues, which is just such a drag. And man, you are right. We're 3 years. I feel like I've lost time. I know
when you said that, I was like, wait, really?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
Yeah.
Just at home licking my own doorknobs. I guess.
Have you gotten your tests? I haven't gotten my tests. I think they got stolen.
Yeah, no, I got mine, I think, like, days after I ordered it. I was really surprised. And it came in an Amazon packaging. I expected some sort of, I don't know what I was expecting, but it got here really quickly. I was very surprised.
We had extras from when we had it, and then our son's school gave us some too. So we got like a backlog.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice, because some of my friends are talking about they're not sure how they're going to use them, when they should use them, if they run out.
Rationing.
The rationing of the test. And again, I think mine got stolen because I put my order in immediately. Like as soon as the link popped up, and I even got it's on the way, but it's not here.
Oh, that's sad. I wish there was some sort of remediation process, but I think people were having trouble even ordering when they were in an apartment building, right? So who knows?
Oh, man, I don't know. According to J. Kenji Lopez Alt this week, the celebrated recipe writer for the New York Times, he had many thoughts about the bagels in the city of Seattle stacking up well against the bagels in New York, which of course brought out many feelings about bagels in this town from the New Yorkers who are transplants and the locals who love them. You guys have favorite bagel places?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I actually really like Rubenstein Bagels, which I think he mentioned in his list.
He did.
Altana is also really delicious. Both places are in Capitol Hill. And for months, I have been trying to get bagels from Mount Bagel, which, kind of has a really cool online system to order, and they deliver right to you. But I just I'm not fast enough. They're starting to sell out in 30 minutes online.
Oh, wow.
So kind of adds to the hype.
This isn't going to help.
Right. No, not at all.
I feel like this is what's wrong with bagels, actually, that you're fighting for them, that people are fighting for them. Bagels across the board, in my mind, as an East Coaster, should just be darn good everywhere. That is what a bagel tastes like where I come from. But, I have my favorites here, too. I won't mention what they are because I don't want to start any stuff, but let's just put it this way: if you don't have a salt bagel for me, I am not in your establishment.
I'm curious, what are your guys' order? Like what when you're going to a bagel shop, like what are you for sure is going to satisfy you?
I like lox with the onions and all that good stuff, the full lox bagel with a everything bagel. And I like a chive cream cheese.
Oh,
that's what I like.
Yeah,
I like a chive cream cheese myself. I again, salt bagel is my top. Second one, I think, is pumpernickel. Actually, I really appreciate a pumpernickel with cream cheese.
Wow.
Again, I'm from the East Coast. This is my language.
Yeah,
that's the thing about bagel. You can do it up as much as you want, but just the basic with cream cheese, still delicious. I mean,
yeah. Jazz, what about you?
I really love an everything bagel with scallion cream cheese. And I've recently been really into just breakfast sandwiches as well. There's like the cheese. I'm not sure if that's like sacrilegious to, bagel fanatics, but I love bacon, egg, cheese, Just like, super satisfying.
The whole sandwich.
Yeah, nice iced coffee, and it's like 30 degrees outside. I'm like, I am living. I feel like it's a sign of a metropolis, right? Like it's a city rite of passage to have a delicious bagel and coffee. At least for me. Yeah. So
absolutely. That was delicious description, Jazz. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're reminding me my favorite bagel East Coast sandwich, Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on a bagel. Just saying. All right, I think we're done here. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like the most passionate story we've
ever. I know.
Bagels. Yeah.
Who knew bagels would have so many feelings? Well, I have to say, though, that the story actually became a little bit more about who didn't get mentioned, right? And I noticed that the top 5 went in the paper, and then Kenji's Instagram post listed probably 20 other decent bagel establishments.
Honorable mention. Kind of thing.
So the pressure was on Kenji.
Yeah, Blazing Bagels is also really good. I grew up on the east side, and they have a really big presence there. So shout out Blazing Bagels.
Yeah. One last thing before we go, we are pouring one out for Shai this week, the green sea turtle who made his way to Washington State after being pushed up this way by some terrible storms. Did either of you follow Shai's journey?
Yeah, I actually think I was on here when we were talking about Shai. I think it was in December. And I remember feeling really inspired by his story, right? And like seeing how many people were kind of coming together to care for him. But tragically, I actually I audibly gasped when I saw the article. I felt really affected by it. It's really sad,
I know. I thought you told me this was going to be Casual Friday. I was like, I didn't know emotions were going to get involved. This is
Emotional Friday, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard about it before, and then this wasn't the update that I wanted,
I know it. And I think the thing about this is we all became a little bit invested, right? Because the story was so good, from the Makah tribal member who carried Shai to the airplane, who had to fly him out because there were floods in the roads. Like this was a Herculean effort to get this little sea turtle to where it needed to be. But of course, I watch a lot of animal rescue shows, and it doesn't always work out. And, that's how it went down for Shai, which is sad. But like you guys said, the effort that everyone made is really the most important thing here. And I think, we learned a lot and we gained something from this experience as humans. So
totally.
Rest in peace, Shai. And we're so fortunate to have a hospital that's dedicated to rehabbing marine life, like SR3 and the Seattle Aquarium,
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I hope that, Shai's up in the clouds, swimming with his other turtle buddies, reunited. So, peace and love, Shai.
Absolutely.
Floating for the forever sea, Shai. Yep, very nice. Very nice. And Shai's shell is going to be used for educational purposes. So Shai's memory lives on and will continue to teach us, which again is the most important thing. All right, well, I really appreciate being here. I feel like maybe we should go back to bagels, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe it should end there. Yeah,
definitely.
I think we're leaving it at bagels, man. Thanks to our guests, Stranger staff writer Jazz Keimig and Seattle comedian Monica Nevi. Great to have you on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Casual Friday. Caroline Chamberlain Gomez produced this show. Matt Jorgensen does our theme music. I'm Patricia Murphy. Have a great weekend.
An ancient corner of northeastern Portugal has found itself stuck in a kind of ecological arrested development.
What we're missing here is a fully grown forest. That's what this landscape should be covered with. Mm-hmm. And it didn't have the chance because it's burning too often.
On the next episode of The Wild, I head to the KUOW Valley for a curious story of fires and a mission to bring back an entire forest ecosystem. Listen at kuow.org/thewild or wherever you get your podcasts.